Alright, good evening, Kapayaman. Magandang gabi po. We
Good
are,
evening, everyone.
yan, Kapayaman. Ako po si Lloyd Bazar, and here
Ako naman
is,
din si Arnel Pepito.
yan. So, welcome po sa page namin, Stocks Ed, and we will be letting you know more about Stocks Ed later on. But tonight, we're gonna be talking about, yan, REITs. And
Yeah, yeah.
yan,
Ano, very exciting yan na topic ngayon kasi
tama.
may bago tayong e-rates. But later on, yeah, we're going to talk more about it.
Yes, very excited about REITs because this is another way for us to diversify. And if you know us, I am a financial advisor. I always tell you guys about investments, saan ba maganda ilagay. And we always talk about diversification. And this is a very, very good way for you to be able to diversify your assets, your portfolio, especially sa REITs. We've been already with REITs in the international market sa eToro International Market. May REITs na doon. So we're already exposed to that. But very good news sa Pilipinas, kahit late tayo, meron na tayong option for REITs. At last, right? At last. Because
Yeah, yeah.
it's a very good asset to be in. And we are gonna be talking about that today. Before we start talking, yan, tingnan ko muna ang audience natin and what do you call this? Ardel, Kapayaman, meron kang you wanna talk about something first?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to talk about this because yun nga, first ever meron tayong REITs or real estate investment trust. Later on, we are going to talk about that. But exciting yan. To be honest with you, we've been doing some seminars, brokerage firms are doing some some briefings on REITs. Then suddenly meron na tayong ngayon, meron na tayong first ever na REITs na IPO. So yun, very exciting siya kasi 'di ba, di naman tayo ganoon kalaking market in the Philippines. But because of this is going to add more liquidity and there's gonna be another option,
Right.
investment option for us
Mm.
to choose from. So
Right,
yun.
tama. Yes, for those who don't know who Arnel Pipito is, he is a stockbroker. He's a fund manager. Licensed po siya. And this is what they are focusing on right now because it's kind of hot and we want to share with you the information, the data we have to help you decide if you should go into this new asset class that is available for us Filipinos, especially if you are focused on the Philippine Stock Exchange, di ba?
I'm excited as well kasi na ano ko na pala. Na share ko na sa page ko yung yung streaming natin. So Invest Tambayan, Stocks Ed,
Right.
and also sa page mo, Kapayaman Lloyd, 'di ba?
Tama, tama.
So I believe they're watching right now as well.
Right. So if you have any comments, if you have any questions, please post it in the comment section so that we can get to it along the way as we discuss about this very interesting topic para po sa inyong lahat. A little request from our end. We are doing the live on our Stocks Ed page. If pwede po, kindly like the page. We are gonna be very active in this page from this point forward, and this is gonna be very helpful for you yung mga information na mga i-share namin sa inyo through our trading experience, especially with Mr. Arnel, his exposure in the trading floor sa PSA mismo. So we will be able to share with you so much inputs in the future of trading, 'di ba? So, yes, please subscribe and like the page Stocks Ed, and please share this video para naman po yung mga kaibigan ninyo na baka gustong mag-invest sa real estate.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
can be a very good option for them. We'll explain to you later bakit magandang option ito if you want to go invest in real estate. So you'll understand more along the way.
Especially Kapayamang Lloyd, sorry,
Yes.
Ed na tuloy. May mga nagpaplano ngayon bibili ng condo. So, pwedeng another option that they can take a look at,
Mm-hmm.
another option that they can consider.
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
especially if you're planning to buy some real estate. So, we would be able to understand more kung ano to, anong investment to, which is gauge talaga siya in the real estate.
Tama, tama. Very good. That's why we are very excited about this topic. So let's start off. Yan. So let's start the discussion. The biggest question is for the newbies, what is REIT? Ano ba yung REIT? REIT or REIT? Ano ba yan? Bakit ba maganda itong investment na ito, or why should we avoid it maybe in the future?
Mm.
Kapayaman, Arnel, can you discuss what
Yeah.
REIT is?
Actually, first I would just want to congratulate SEC, PSE for really pushing through this. Uh, ano siya, long overdue na siya.
Tama.
But 11 years, we have now our first
Real
real
estate.
estate trust na IPO, which is going to be around August 13. So yun, some of you
Yes.
siguro nakabili na, nagtatanong kayo, bakit binili ko to? But right now, this is a perfect time for us to understand kung ano ba talagang investment na to. Kasi importante, aral muna bago invest.
Right,
So,
tama.
yun. Basically, real estate, REITs or real estate investment trust, ano siya, para lang siya, if you're familiar with mutual fund, if you're familiar with UIT, pooled fund siya, but nakafocus siya in in investing on real estate talaga. Kaya sabi ko kanina, if you're planning to buy a condo, if you're planning to buy a property, it's just like this. But ang maganda dito, kasi you're buying on this property and at the same time, you're getting dividend. So yon. Kasi 'di ba pag bibili ka ng property, especially kung lease or rental yung purpose mo, you're just waiting talaga for fixed income. And good thing about this REITs, you're gonna be getting regular dividend pay for them. Later on, we're going to talk about that kung magkano or how much are you gonna be expecting. So, yung ano, yung REITs natin, hindi lang siya sa mga buildings, but basically apartment buildings, cell towers, data centers, hotels,
Right.
medical
Mm.
facilities, mga hospitals, offices, malls, warehouses. So even in Singapore, actually Singapore ata yung pinakamalaking REITs na market. But with this, meron na tayong meron na tayong first ever. Model natin is in Asia, Hong Kong, Singapore. They are probably the two largest REITs market in Asia,
Right.
besides Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Asian countries followed soon after like Thailand and Malaysia. India had this first REIT last year. So
Right.
tayo meron din tayo ngayon.
Yeah,
So basically,
excuse me, Arnel.
exciting siya.
Yeah,
Yeah,
taka
yeah.
lang I think there are technical issues. Nawawala ka pa rin sa screen eh. So, mukha ko lang nakikita ng mga tao.
Oh, sorry.
Taka lang
Sige, sige.
Right, right.
I'll try to switch to data baka sa ano natin no
Right.
sa
Sige, while you do that, let
connection.
me discuss a bit more about REIT, okay? Yeah,
Sure,
so
sure.
REIT means REIT. REIT is real estate investment trust, right? So basically ang nangyayari po dito, while Arnel is connecting, if maybe you're now you're wondering why Arnel is not moving, yeah. So yeah, ganito po 'yan. Instead of REIT is an option for you. Na instead na bumili ka ng sarili mong condominium which will cost you right now, na studio is around 3 million, right? So, instead of doing that, kasi hindi naman tayo lahat may ready na 3 million, and I always teach this to my followers, if you want to invest in real estate, as much as possible, wag niyo po uutangin. So, instead
Yeah,
of
yeah,
getting a
correct.
condominium, tas iutangin nyo, tas ipaparenta nyo, is napakabagal ng ROI niyan. Instead of doing that, kung maliit lang ang funds nyo, here comes REIT, right? So, REIT is an option for you where yung yung developer, in this case, we're gonna be talking about Ayala REIT. So, si Ayala, what they're gonna be doing is they're gonna be selling ownership of a property. Usually, marami po kasi yan, pwede sell towers, etc. But in our case, sa Pilipinas, ang pinakaunang REIT natin is real estate property, building po siya for rentals, right? For rentals. So, you will be part owner instead na per square meter or per room yung binebenta nila. They divided the property into stocks. into percentage and then presented it into stocks, then pwede mo nang bilhin ang kahit ilang percentage ang kaya mo. Kahit na 10 pesos, as low as 10 pesos, you can only already be part of you can only be already be part owner of that building. So kasi owner ka na, part ng kinikita from the rentals, from the parking fees, ano pa ba? From the dues, kasi may dues man yan, parang condominium dues then. We'll discuss more about that later, yung mga earnings. You will earn part of it. So, para ka na rin nagpaparenta kasi you own part of the building and less hassle of renting out a condo kasi hindi ka na maghahanap ng magre-renta, maintenance, etc. Si Ayala na bahala niyan. Right? So that's the good thing
Yeah.
about REIT. So instead of buying your own property and renting it out, investing and letting people rent it, you can go for this. So at least hindi na kayo uutang to get a condo for business. And especially right now, it's very risky. Real estate investment is very risky because of our ongoing pandemic. So which is what we're gonna be discussing about later. Maganda bang mag-invest sa REITs with this kind of conditions we have? But
And
we'll
to add up
discuss
lang
more
din,
about that.
yan, to add up lang din kapayaman. This is so good kasi tama yung sinabi mo. It's gonna be giving opportunity sa mga small investors if you
Right.
have 5,000, 10,000. And 'di ba? It's really an opportunity for you
Mm-hmm.
na you can take ownership on this, and later on we are going to talk about kung ano-anong mga buildings to.
Yeah, anong assets yung
Yung kasi ang
pinapabenta ni
maganda kasi
Ayala?
sa ang maganda kasi sa REITs kasi well-defined yung kung anong building talaga yung magiging part owner ka.
Right.
And maganda din na kanina kasi I just attended REITs briefing with the Philippine Stock Exchange. Then nabasa ko yung IRL implementing regulation nila. And maganda, 75% of the property should be income generating. Yun sa
Right.
rule
Tama.
ng magiging REIT.
So
So,
basically,
ma-list sila.
kapayaman, sinasabi mo, hindi pwedeng i-list as a REIT isang property kung napakaliit lang, less than 75% yung occupancy, right? Tama.
Correct.
So kung
So, ano
bibilin
siya,
mo
dapat,
siya, may nakarenta na. Right? It's already
dapat
income
income
generating already.
generating o nagano na siya, may recurring na rent.
Right.
Just in case of this, we are going to dive down. Tingnan natin kung ilan na ba yung occupied na ba yung mga buildings na to, baka wala pa. So
Right.
later on, we are going to talk about that. And lastly, it has to invest on primarily real estate or real estate related asset. Now,
Right.
when you buy the stock, ang tanong mo kasi saan kayo mapupunta yung pera na ininvest ko with
Tama.
this REIT? Maganda dito with this policy, di pwedeng i-invest ng company sa ibang business na hindi
Right.
related sa
Real
nature ng
estate, right?
business.
Yes.
Yeah.
So compared sa, for example, if you buy Ayala stocks, yung pera na nakukuha nila, they can start a telco, etc. Dito is really, if it's for real estate, the money that you're gonna be getting is for real estate pa rin and will be connected to the assets na nasa REITs na yan.
Yeah, maganda dyan kasi alam natin kung saan pupunta yung pera. It's really for expansion.
Yeah.
Then malalaman natin mamaya kung pambayad utang ba siya. Diba?
Tama.
Kasi especially kung IPO, initial public offering, yun yung first question mo. Kung ano ba, saan ba gagamitin to? Baka pambayad utang, expansion, or may bibilhin something.
Tama
Later
kasi.
on, huwag kayong mag-alala. Titingnan natin yan. We are going to discuss that. And later on, kung may mga questions din kayo, you can ask.
Right. All right. So that's REIT. Again, REIT is real estate investment trust.
Hello,
right?
Kapayaman?
Right. Hello? Yes? Yeah. Nawawala ka na naman, brother. Kapayaman Arnel? Patay si Globe tsaka si Smart dito. Right. So I'm gonna go to the comments while we wait for Arnel. Elsa Prangan, good evening. Danielle Sean Kobayashi commented for Sam Jacinto. Hopefully you're watching. Again, guys, if you want to share this knowledge, yung sinishare natin na knowledge sa inyo ngayon, if this is if you find this what do you call this? If you find this na educational at marami kayo natutunan, please don't forget to like our page and share this video to your friends and relatives. At least we can invite them into investing also. Ayan, Arnel is back. Wins Pineda, nice to be here, Coach. Hello, Wins Pineda, kamusta po kayo? Right, Arnel, are we good?
Yeah, yeah.
Ayun, so Arnel is back. So, if you have any question about REITs, especially our REIT, we're gonna be, please post it in the comments. Right, so yeah, may natanggap ako na tinong kanina, ang REIT ba, Sir Kapayaman Arnel, is pwede bang matrade?
Mm. Yes, ang maganda dyan kasi very liquid siya and it's gonna be listed in the Philippine Stock Exchange. You're gonna be trading that as a regular stock.
Tama.
So you can see it sa board, makikita mo dyan sa board natin, sa bid and ask. It's gonna be traded like Merrimart, like Ayala Land, like any other stock.
Right.
So yun.
Since it's gonna be traded, it is gonna be changing in prices. So that's one of the biggest questions. Ano ba ang mga factors na magpapataas at magpapababa ng presyo ng REIT? So for example, you buy the Ayala REIT, a REIT. Ano ang factors na magpapaakyat yan? Since it's gonna be traded publicly already, the prices are subject for the supply and demand of the market, right? So if ever maraming gustong bumili, maganda yung property ni Ayala, malaki yung renta, malaki yung kitaan, I wanna buy their REIT. If someone wants to sell it, then you can buy it. Pero depende kung magkano nila ibebenta. Right? So it's gonna go up and down. Hindi lang, that's one factor that will change, that will affect the price of REIT. So pwede mo mabenta yan in the future, baka mas mahal na yan. Kasi if ever, we're gonna be talking about dividends later, may dividend yield ang REIT. Diba, we discussed earlier na yung part ng kita, karamihan actually ng kita, binibigay sa REIT owners. So if ever owner ka, may matatanggap ka. Yung rentals, kita sa rentals, may matatanggap ka yan. So that's called dividends. If ever malaki ang kita, mas mahal na ang dividends, meaning it's gonna be more attractive to investors. So if ever attractive yung mga rentahan ngayon, malakas ang rentahan sa Makati, people are gonna want to buy it, then it's gonna drive the prices up. So yan yung isa sa factors na magpapaakyat sa presyo ni REIT. But yeah, to answer the question na pwede bang matrade, yes, pwede po siya matrade. Isang question na malaki dito, Kapayaman Arnel, magsisiling kaya ang REIT pag IPO? Ano ba tawag natin dyan? Pag IPO or pag release?
IPO. So basically, yung question na yan, very gas-gas na yan ngayon. Kasi nakikita ko mga...
Ganun yung tinatanong ka agad eh.
Actually, mga kliyente ko, sobrang nagtatanong din. Kasi ano pa tayo eh, parang hangover pa tayo sa Merrimart. So basically, masundan kaya na may magsisiling pa. Then, basically, I just need to explain that to you. REIT is a non-volatile stock. Basically, siya?
Stable, yeah.
Stable siya na stock, hindi siya... And if you're going to see, actually, I run through with the financial statement as well and the prospectus. Market capitalization of REIT after IPO is gonna be 27 billion.
27 billion.
Now, compare that sa Merrimart nung after IPO nila, 7.6 billion.
Yeah,
so ibig sabihin nun, mabigat
triple.
siya,
Yeah.
mahirap siyang itulak, but at the same time, hindi siya basta-bastang i-sell down. Hindi siya basta-bastang ibuhos na pabaksak siya. So, that's gonna make this stock stable kasi in the US, they treat REITs as fixed income asset.
Right.
You buy REIT because you want a stable investment that you can get dividend or rate that you can get higher than time deposits or higher than banks rates. So basically, and you are investing on real estate na liquidity because if you're buying physical unit or condo, may issue siya sa liquidity, hindi mo siya mabenta basta-basta.
Right,
But because
right.
of this, mabadali mo na siyang mabenta. But
isang pros, di ba?
Yeah, advantage yan. But yes, with your question if mag-ceiling ba, it's unlikely to happen kasi consider din siya na blue chip.
Yeah,
Tingnan mo yung market
definitely.
capitalization
20,
niya. Oo.
27 billion, right?
Oo, yeah.
Laking pera
Malaki
niyan
siya,
para
malaki siya.
mapagalaw.
Oo.
Oo.
Oo. So basically, but with the advantages, so later on we are going to talk about that in details yung pros and cons. But yeah, basically hindi siya basura.
Yeah.
Yun yung parang how we are going to say it.
So it's like, to answer the question, it's less likely nga magsiling sa mga nagtatanong dyan kung magsisiling ba si Arit. Pag-release, no, mabigat. According to Arnel, yes, definitely 27 billion is a lot of, that's very big to move. So para siyang blue chip. So hindi basta-basta gagalaw yan. Pero, gagalaw ba kaya? Not sure. Maraming factors tayong i-consider. But let's stop from that. Wag tayo magsa-speculate because when we speculate, we are gambling. And we don't want you to speculate in this stock, in this asset because we want to share with you na dapat ang mindset niyo dito is long term because this is dividend,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
This is dividend investing and this is for long term. We'll discuss more about that along the way. So, as much as possible, long term yung iniisip nyo dito. Okay, so we have questions before we go further. Good evening, Alex Magistrado.
Hello, Alex. Good
Ayan.
evening.
Aaron Paul, how much po need to invest in ARIT? Very good question. Right, how much po ang needed to invest in ARIT?
Yeah,
Arnel?
actually right now you just need to request for an allocation kasi IPO siya. Maganda kasi sa IPO, hindi ka nababawasan sa charge.
Tama.
So pag may 5,000 ka diyan sa gusto mong
Account mo,
i-invest, so
yes.
exactly 1,000 yung mabibili mo sa IPO.
Alright.
So basically 5,000, 10,000, you just need to request for it. So yeah.
Okay. So, sa
May
IPO ba
broker ka lang.
wala bang board lot sa IPO ng ARIT?
I think wala.
Right.
But basically kung meron mga boardlet 100 usually 100 yung boardlet noon, so or 10. So 10 times
Because it's around
27,
30
so
pesos, right? Yung ARIT.
27.
27, right? So, max is 30 pesos, di ba? So, 27 to 30
Mm-mm.
pesos. Ang board lot niyan sa Pilipinas is around 100, right?
110.
Yeah.
Yun yung usual na boardlet.
Yeah. So, yun. Next question is, Sir, monthly ba ang bigay ng dividend ni REITs? Very good question. Arnel.
With REITs, usual per quarter. So kasi yun yung usual na payout. May payout tayo, parang ano
Oo
lang to
nga, parang networking ito.
Para ano lang to, kapa lang to
Yeah,
Pero
but
basically may payout, may
yes.
dividend payout.
That's the
Usual
good
per
thing about
quarter naman.
REITs, yes. That's what we want to focus on, right? If you think about REITs, don't think about trading it. I strongly recommend not trading it. Look for long term and think dividends. This is a very very good option for dividend investing. And I like coins mo. I love dividend investing. Okay? So, yan. So, that's to answer Pocholo Santik. Yan. Quarterly po. Brian J. Romano, good evening, Sir Lord. Good evening din. Alright, so let's continue. Yan. So, how updated are we when it comes to REIT in Asia? Yeah. This question is para at least we'll understand REIT more, the history of REIT. How are we as a country sa REIT na ngayon? So, how updated are we when it comes to REIT Asia? Go, Arnel.
Actually,
Kapayaman.
kung isipin mo, first in the country right now, but we're actually behind with regards sa
Right.
REITs kasi Hong Kong, Singapore, sobrang Thailand, yun yung mga lion shares of REITs in the market. But even we are behind, we can still catch up. Yun yung importante noon, that we can still take advantage, especially right now, yung mga properties natin are really growing,
Right.
and we have malls, especially kung titingnan natin yung mga malls natin are really big, and we have the third largest malls in the world, di ba? And we have hotels that are world class, so we can see na we are behind but not that behind.
Right.
And kung titingnan natin with regards to I would just want to share this, and I just want to highlight this kasi 'di ba sabi natin na REITs, we're really more of looking on the dividend rate, but looking on the performance of the REITs in Asia as well, particularly in Thailand. I just need to check my record here. Actually, REIT tend to perform well on high volatile and
Right.
low interest rate na market.
Mm.
And comparing sa Thailand REITs na market, then property index, mga property stocks. Actually, this is REITs versus stocks. How much kaya yung ano, in terms of performance, return, property index, property stocks, in 7 years, total return is only 2.16. Now, think about this. Total return, including na to, including price appreciation, including dividends ng REITs, compared to properties or property sector, 131.72%. So basically, in terms of growth, in terms of stability, in terms sa performance, REIT can perform well. And that's what we are really excited here in the Philippines, especially in this new IPO REITs that is gonna be is gonna take a form, is gonna make new shape ng market natin, bagong investment, something that we can invest in. And I'm so proud of being a Filipino right now. Kasi it's a milestone natin. Hindi kaya madaling mag-introduce ng new investment
Definitely, yes.
sa country natin. Madaling mag-introduce ng scam. Madali lang yon. Pero especially kung
Excuse me.
new investment, very conservative yung natin, yung country natin. Yung REITs na to, we took a lot of seminars, briefings, and all of the processes, years of planning, and right now we're here. Right now, and I believe that this is gonna be, this is a blessing to us.
Definitely, 'di ba? And it took some balls to really release this during this kind of time, 'di ba? Yung
Correct,
pandemic pa,
correct.
'di ba? But definitely a very big milestone. Ay, at last meron na tayong REIT. Shorting na lang. Ang dami pa nating kulang but at least we're moving forward, 'di ba?
Correct. Correct.
Tama.
So yun, we are still the smallest in Asia.
Right.
We are one of the oldest na exchange, but sad to say, we are ilan lang ba tayo? 300 listed companies in the Philippines. So small yan. In Malaysia, I think they have around 700. Hong Kong, they have around 1,500.
Right.
So basically, with this, madaming magpapalis na REITs is gonna add more
Right.
to our liquidity in the market.
Yan. Thank you, Kabayaman Arnel. Yeah, may question dito from Real Angelo Kabangbang. Very good question, sir. Magkano naman po kaya estimated dividends nila, sir? And I want to park this question kasi we prepared an answer for this. Mamaya lang natin sasagutin yung question na ito. So, at the later part of the discussion. Steven Stiesel, ako niya, Sir Lloyd, good evening. Good evening then. How can I buy shares from Maro Malvar? How can I buy shares of REIT? Can I do it via call? When is it available in the market? Ayan. Arnel, this is under yours, mga brokers dyan. Yan. Bakit
So
hindi ka
yun,
pa nakatanggap ng email ng call, ha?
dapat meron na.
Bakit meron ka na
So,
ngayon?
so basically, since you're mentioning about CUL, may brokerage platform ka na, as long as may brokerage platform ka na, then should be able to receive na a
Oh,
notification from CUL na may REITs. Now, there's another way that you can do. You can get an allocation. Basta may ano ka lang, requirement always may platform ka, either direct broker or online.
right.
Kapag meron ka, then you can go to PSE Easy. It's a free website of PSE. Pwede kang mag-allocate. Gawa ka ng account, then mag-request ka ng allocation, then hanapin mo doon yung brokerage platform mo
Right.
para pumasok sa platform mo. Basically, it's the same. I mean, similar with
IPO, right?
IPO.
Yes, tama.
Yeah,
So,
similar
yeah.
with regular stock.
Just to be quick with this, if you're under call, dapat check your email. You should have received an email from call about this offering REIT already. So check nyo po. If wala, then contact call so that they can help you with this. Pero pwede po
And by the way,
mm,
yeah, offering date natin is nag-start nung Monday. It
yes.
will end on
Friday.
Friday.
Yes.
So
Hanggang
yeah,
Friday
I think
lang.
Friday holiday ata, no?
Yeah, o nga pala, no. Oo.
So Thursday lang
Thursday,
tayo.
yes.
So
Until Thursday, you can buy this directly sa brokers ninyo. Contact them. If ever hindi kayo makabili during the offer date, don't worry. When it is released in the market, pwede kayo mag-trade. So, baka bumaba on the release day, mas mapapamura pa kayo. Makakamura pa kayo. Hindi, mapapamura. Pasensya na, Bisaya.
pareho tayong
Makakamura,
Bisaya.
makakamura pa kayo. Ayan, nahihirapan pa rin ako magtagalog na makakamura pa kayo during the market. Who knows? But as much as possible, you buy some now if ever gusto niyo bumili. At least kasi baka umakyat na yan on the ano. We'll talk more about strategies we can apply on getting REIT. Is it good to go all in now or etc. Right? Gary Galang, pwede ba kayo ma-invite after pandemic sa San Beda University? Ma-invite to talk about REIT? Arnel, I think this is for you kasi andito ako sa Cebu eh. Right? But yeah,
Actually, yeah, we're Stocks Ed. This is our organization. We're so
right.
open to partner with the university schools. Just communicate with us. Stocks Ed, the .ph at google.com. So you
All
just
right.
need to email
Send us a
that or
message in this page, Stock
a
said,
message.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Definitely, that's the fastest way. Right, Gary
We welcome
Galang.
partnership.
Right. Gary Galang, I am the chair of financial management of San Beda. Paano kayo makontact after this pandemic? Baka pwede nyo i-zoom, kaya lang student budget lang kami, sir. Don't worry about that. We'll be more than happy to help you with educating them. Zoom is okay. Whatever. If ever hindi nyo pa ako kilala, I do so many free seminars. So, and then Stocks Ed also, that's gonna be, we will continue the culture of giving out free education to everyone. So, yeah, you can always contact us. Definitely, Sir Gary, send us a message here in Stocks Ed so that we can talk about it and make plans. Okay, so Maro Malvar, thank you, sir. You're welcome. All right, so let's continue. Next question is, yan, how is REITs compared to other assets in terms of returns? Kasi ito yung biggest what do you call this? Nakaka it's at the tip of my tongue. Parang confusing. It's a bit confusing. Asset ba siya or stocks ba siya or ano ba siya? How is REITs compared to other assets in terms of returns? And yeah, compared to returns sa dividends, how is it different? Arnel, can you please enlighten us about this?
Yeah, basically, AREITs is a different investment vehicle. Hindi lang siya common stock, but it's like a regular stock. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
in terms of performance, we are going to talk about more of the dividend rate.
All right.
So I think this is the perfect time for us to talk about this. So basically, for AREITs, we are expecting around a range of 2 to 5%
Sinagot mo na yung tanong
dividend
kanina,
rate.
pang last sana yun.
Palas.
So,
But
magkano po
basically,
kayo, yun yung question kanina ni Real Angelo Kabangbang. So, magkano po kaya estimated dividends nila, sir? So,
so
yeah.
basically around that range.
Yeah, 2 to 5% is
So
the safe range.
yeah,
I would say around 5% if you wanna compute real estate kasi ang linis mo dyan is around 5%, 4% kung walang problema. So, yeah, around that returns, but that's already substantial. That's very good, diba? And
yeah.
then
If you're going
there,
to
yeah,
yeah, if you're
dividends
going
plus,
to
dividends, taka lang, parang, brother,
yes, yeah.
dividends plus, kasi baka mawala sa isip ko eh. Dividends plus, yung appreciation ng property is gonna be a factor for that. So, the 2 to 5% na sinabi ni Kapayaman Arnel kanina, plus the appreciation of the property, umaakyat din naman yan. Annually, real estate dito sa Pilipinas is, on average, is around 6% annual increase of the, what do you call this? Appreciation. And that's the properties in REITs in Makati. So, mas malakas ang appreciation doon. So, returns are gonna be very good. Parang Kapayaman
Yeah.
Arnel, wanna continue on that?
Yeah, I would just want to highlight that because the dividend rate is gonna go up if the company's performance and earnings are also going up.
Right.
And also, I just want to highlight this. Nasa implementing rule din to, 90% of income of this company should go to
REITs
dividend.
owner.
So
Yes.
basically, the more na tataas yung income ng company, mas taas yung dividend.
Yes. So the
So
dividends is
basically
increasing. There's
advantage.
yes, very high chance of the dividends increasing every year. Okay? Kasi bakit?
Yes.
Every year a company has the they can increase the what you call this, the rentals. Right? Especially if magandang takbo na economy, etc. They can increase the rentals, and if ever mas malaki ang rentals, that means more earnings, and 90% of the earnings goes to the REIT holder, so mas malaki ang kinikita mo. So kasi bili mo ng
And
iPhone,
maganda pa, yeah, ano, ang maganda pa niyan, kapayaman. Even the government is really very supportive
right?
in having this
Mm,
REITs program. They remove the 30% corporate tax. So ibig sabihin nun, yung income ng company is really going to the investors.
yes, kaya hindi na itatax, maliit na lang tax.
Ano, papunta yan sa atin, oo.
Right, tama. So, yes. So, next question is, who is REITs for? Para kanino ang REIT investment, REIT stocks? Para kanino ito? Kapayaman,
Basically
Arnel?
para Yeah, basically para yan sa iyo, para sa mga small investors natin. And anyone can buy, anyone can trade, and yun yung advantage of REITs because it's easy, it's accessible, and yeah, it's tradable as well. Then yeah, it's available to anyone who would want to invest in a real estate asset, who would want to get additional investment vehicle that they can invest in. And for regular Filipino, yun talaga yung it's really
Yes.
giving us hope. And that's why I'm very excited.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very bullish. Although I'm going to talk to you sa side or sa aspect of being a portfolio manager, not a salesman.
Right.
I'm not going to push you to really recommend buying this, but it's a good opportunity
To
for you
diversify,
to
definitely.
diversify your
Mm.
investment.
Yeah, tama. So, basically, sabi ni parang Arnel, sa mga small investors, this is for you. So, si Kapayamang Arnel, hindi na yan small investors, malaki investor yan si Kapayaman Arnel. So, hindi
Potila,
para sa
potila.
kanya to. But definitely for us Filipinos, especially po sa mga nagsisimula pa lang ng investing, if you wanna diversify into real estate, this is a very good first option for you. Here, your real estate investment is handled by the big guys, the good, the reputable real estate developers. Wala na sakit sa ulo, and it's very liquid. Right? Pwede nyo po ibenta kaagad ang asset na ito. Especially for us, that's very important no maliliit pa lang na mga investors. So that's a very big plus for us. So definitely I will say this is for you. But there are so many factors na papasukin nyo, right? A rate is good. I mean, rate is good, but basically it depends on what the REIT is. I mean, the REIT is Ayala. We're talking about REIT right now, so we're talking about Ayala. So we'll talk about the fundamentals of the properties later on. Kung maganda ba itong REIT na ito. Okay? We're done with who is REITs for. What should be our strategy when it comes to REITs, right? So si Parang Arnel is a portfolio manager, and he's also a trader on the floor. So Parang Arnel, what is your strategy for REIT if you are, siguro let's say a regular trader investor?
Yeah, basically, REITs is really a good avenue for you to add up on your portfolio. I
Right?
believe you have
Mm,
something there. You diversified, meron kang blue chips, meron kang uh, could be preferred shares or other investment vehicles. Then you can also add up. As a portfolio manager, I would say 10 to 20% of my whole portfolio. I'll be adding uh, I'll be adding REITs. For e-REITs, secret lang yan. But basically, I'm considering it, and I'm really checking. I like e-REITs because later on we are going to talk about pros and cons as well for you to have a deciding factors. But basically, for me, it's good. And if you're going to take a look, mga big institutional fund managers, even insurance industry, insurance fund managers, they're actually, they have released a circular considering REITs to be part of the portfolio. So
Right.
kung may mga VUL kayo dyan, it's gonna be added na to the portfolio of the investment. So nakita natin that this REIT investment vehicle is really good, and people are, I mean, fund managers are embracing this.
Right.
Now if you are a regular investor, make sure that you understand it well. Make sure na hindi ka mag-go all in. Make sure as well na well diversified yung portfolio. Now, if you're buying Ares para hoping na magsiling siya by August 13, now it's a different story. Now I'm not encouraging you to do that.
Right.
Yeah, basically, because especially here in Stocks Ed, we want you to start right.
Right.
Start the right way. So,
Mm.
yan.
So, mga kapayaman, Arnel is is a fund manager. He handles millions of pesos and he takes care of his clients. And basically, we want to guide you also on how we handle our finances, also our funds. So we're sharing our knowledge and our experience to you guys through Stocks Ed. Right. So yeah, on my end naman, please do not consider um, REIT as a trading stock. I definitely don't want you to think about that, especially na ganito yung market natin ngayon. It's not a bullish market. So, baka bumaba at maipit lang kayo. Think of REIT as, let's say, long-term and for dividends talaga. That's the focus of it. Okay? And then, if you really want to, siguro, on the side, want to trade it, I will recommend, kasi the biggest question is, on the day that it becomes public, is it gonna go up or is it gonna go down? Thing is, we don't know, right? Especially in this kind of market. Maganda siya, pero our market is this is a challenging market right now to trade.
Predictable, yeah.
Right. So, what I recommend is, if gusto nyo talagang makapamura, and hindi naman natin alam yan, you buy some right now habang ina-offer pa lang siya. And then on the day, if it goes down, and then you start slowly adding every time it goes down. At least mas makakamura kayo that way. Okay? So, I will recommend that strategy for those na gusto pang namamahalan sa 27 pesos for REIT. Okay, so let's go to the questions from you guys. Leo, about sir, bakit hindi na ako makaka-copy trade sa eToro? Napunta tayo sa copy trade. Anyways, we'll talk more about that's a different subject. Marami po kasing factor yan. Please send me a message to Financial Freedom 101 so I can check out kung anong problema. Tanong lang kayo from Stockset. Macmel Sam, hi Sir Ernel and Sir Lloyd from Rome. Ayan,
Hello.
international tayo ngayon. Macmel Sam, a very good friend of mine in Rome. Kamusta po kayo dyan?
Hello, sir.
Yan. Right, so let's continue. Since wala pang question, but if you have any question, please post it there in case na hindi namin na-discuss ni Kapayaman Arnel.
I think may question dito sa
Yeah,
page
go ahead.
ko pala. So, paano daw kung kay Charlene, sabi niya, wait lang, basahin natin ha.
Yes, go.
So, may mga questions pala, nakalimutan ko. So, sige, may question sila. Gaano ba ka-liquid yung REITs ibenta pag gusto ko na magbenta?
Just like stocks. Tingnan nyo lang po. It's gonna be traded after, like stocks. So if nata-trade kayo ng stocks, it's gonna be the same with REIT and other REITs brands. Parang stocks na rin yan. So there is buying and selling. Tingnan nyo lang po kung sino yung nagba-buying, magkano. Then you can sell it right away. If ever namumurahan kayo sa buying, then you can hold it. Parang stocks pa rin. Ali versus REIT. Ayan. Question is Ali versus REIT.
So basically right now, yun. Sige sir, ikaw muna.
Yeah, there's a question here from Real Angelo Kabangbang. Ali versus REIT. Saan ang mas maganda?
So yun.
I would say get both. And REIT, again, REIT is mainly for dividends. Hindi naman siya for growth talaga. Kasi mabagal naman ang galaw niyan. But yeah, I would say buy both. But Arnel, any thoughts?
Sa akin, depende din talaga yun sa goal mo. Kasi tama yun, ang REITs naman is really for fixed income talaga.
Tama.
We can expect as well that there's gonna be price appreciation just like any other stock,
Right.
but we see that this is non-volatile. Now, if you are going to ask me, uh, for REITs or for Ayala Land, wala naman tayong ibang ano eh, wala naman tayong ibang option for REITs. So, but in terms of ano, kasi ako very ano, sa portfolio ko pala, I'm also adding mga non-volatile na mga investments. Just like I like adding exchange traded fund, I like adding preferred shares, and one of that is the ano is yung IRITs. So basically, it's a go for me. Yung question is gaano ilang
Exposure. Gaano
percentage
kalaki
sa
yung
yeah
exposure mo? Yeah.
exposure. So basically, yon. I would say na ano, pwedeng both naman siya. Kasi
Right.
magkaibang ano naman siya,
Yeah. Depende on the purpose,
investment
really.
type.
The better, actually, what I always say is diversify. And this is a good asset that can give you lesser risk. I would say lesser risk. Kasi its main purpose is for fixed income naman kasi. Fixed income kasi rentals yan. Every month may nagre-rent. So, more or less, gauged mo na magkano ang kitaan. 'Di ba? So,
Yeah.
it's for a different
Basically, ano,
purpose.
and basically, Kapayaman Lloyd, if we are going to talk about this as well, I'm going to, ano na din, I'm going to say it na din. For Iris, we have three buildings, actually,
Yes. That's
three
the next question
properties.
actually. What is a REIT and what are the assets involved? Yan.
Yeah, yeah. Ang gandang question na yan. That's really a nice question. And we are going to see the beauty of this kasi pinag-uusapan natin what is good Ayala Land or IRITs. But basically, IRIT is actually three properties lang siya. So ito yung Solaris one building. Basically, nasa Makati to yung mga buildings na to. Ayala North Exchange and McKinley Exchange.
Right.
And with this, together, the three income generating properties, which now comprise the assets of year, are now valued at 27.7 billion based on the IPO price. So 90.5% of the proceeds of 11 billion will go to Ayala Land, while the remaining 9.5% or 1.3 billion will go to REITs. And ang maganda lang nito in terms of assets, the three properties have a total gross leasable area of 152,755 square meters, with an average, ito, take note, with an average occupancy level of 99.9%,
Right. Kasi
meaning
yeah,
may
yung
ano na
dalawang
to,
property,
occupied na to.
what I know is yung dalawang property is 100% na eh. Yung isa lang kasi nagpabigat.
Yes.
Yeah, it's already at around above 90
McKinley
still.
Exchange is actually
Yeah,
98.4%
98. Yeah.
as of March 31.
Yeah.
So basically, may
Puno.
mga tao na nito, puno na to. So
Uh,
they are, tama yung sinabi kanina, na income generating dapat yung REITs. And basically, once you buy this, you can take part of the income of those who are renting on the
right.
ano
Mm.
on the and good thing about this one as well with Iris because it's around I think 50% of rentals on these properties are BPOs. So
Yeah.
basically, alam
Mm.
naman ng BPOs ngayon. Later on, we're going to talk about it as well.
Right. So
Um,
let's talk about
good
that
ano
in the
siya.
pros, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Good ano siya. Good avenue siya or good clients that we can really be bullish about.
All right. So basically, we just tackled a bit about the fundamentals of ARIT. Um, I don't want to go deep diving into fundamentals because it's very boring. Dalawa lang naman yan eh. Maganda ba ang fundamentals or pangit ba ang fundamentals eh? What can you say, Kapayaman Arnel? Maganda bang fundamentals ng properties sa ARIT or not?
Actually, if you're going to talk about this, Arit is good in terms of financial revenue. Kita nila from these two assets, especially kasi bago lang to McKinley Exchange. So, may pang-apat pala sila. Ito yung malapit sa iyo Kapayaman Lloyd,
Yeah, dito sa Cebu.
Teleperformance and Cebu. Yeah. So let's check quick lang with the numbers. Solaris Ayala North Exchange revenue is 1.5 billion in 2019, generating recurring net income 937 million. So this
Yan.
year,
Nagno-nosebleed na
itong
ako.
McKinley Sorry.
Go
Will
ahead.
grow 30%, 1.22 billion. And
Wow.
pag nadagdag pa to 2021, itong teleperformance sa Cebu, it's going to go up 12.5%.
Right,
So
right.
meaning nun yung
Definitely.
growth of income is really there.
Yes.
Ano siya, possible siya. And with this, you need to be very excited on this. Pag nag-grow yung income, meaning nun tataas yung dividend rate. And
Tama.
another one, lastly, ang ganda ng balance sheet ng REITs, wala silang utang.
Yes,
Walang long
Ayala
term
has no yung
na
A-rates na properties, no
debt.
debt. That's the biggest ano, that's the biggest thing that we can take away from it. Yan yung pinaka go sa akin na maganda ang fundamentals niya, walang utang. If I wanna add if I can talk about this Kapayaman Arnel, kasi
Sure.
whenever a company goes on IPO, parang a REIT parang IPO din lang yan. So they're getting funds, 'di ba? Isa sa pangit talaga is asking for funds to pay debts, 'di ba? Here in this
Correct.
case, si Arit wala pong utang. And the money that they're gonna be getting is they're gonna use it to purchase an already running and good asset here in Cebu, which is nadadaanan ko lagi. And yes, it's good teleperformance building here in Cebu.
And sa business, it's actually located in the business center of
Yes, IT Park, right?
Cebu, di
Tama.
ba?
Yeah,
So,
that's the
yun.
one of the primest assets here in Cebu sa assets na location here in Cebu. So it's a very good asset that they're acquiring. So alam natin saan napupunta rin yung pera na nakukuha niya, which is gonna be adding to the income of ARIT, and whenever ARIT's income goes up, your dividend goes up. So that's the good thing about this.
Yeah, tama, tama. So yun, location, very important yan if you're going to take a look. Kasi yung mga REITs kasi natin, iba-iba sila. Iba-iba ang characteristics, iba-iba yung, kasi importante din, especially meron tayong mga next na mga REITs that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be listed. We have
DD, Double
Bubble
Dragon. Yeah.
Dragon, and
Mm-hmm.
I believe CPG is also planning to list their own, and other developers, real estate developers. You need to take a look. And isa yung pinaka-importante background of the company and the location
Right.
of the
The properties.
property. Yun.
Ayan. So let's go to pros and cons. Ayan. Pros and cons of ARIT na ito, specifically for ARIT.
So yun, basically, sa sinabi ko kanina, I'm not selling you IRIT. So what, sa perspective ng portfolio manager, I'm really giving goods and not good on this company. So yun, isa-isahin natin, and hopefully you'll be able to really get or balance things kung bibili ka ba or hindi ka ba bibili, or kung fit ba siya sa ano mo, sa investment goal mo. Kasi pag
Right.
hindi naman siya kasama sa investment goal mo, then should not be buying it.
All right.
Right. Pros tayo, start tayo. Basically generous yield. 90% of the earnings are given to investors or as cash dividend. So yun yung beauty ng mga REITs, basically,
Yes.
of the dividend. The more na mag-grow yung income ng company, the dividend will grow as well.
All right.
So as the price of the company grows, the stock price of REIT shares may also go up. A price appreciation, pag-appreciate yung buildings. REITs primarily earn through rental income of its properties. They also earn by adding more
Yeah.
properties.
Just
And
Kapayaman Arnel, may question kasi dito which is related to that. Joe Leysa is asking, what kind of rentals? Is it office, residential? Things. All right. So, REITs is more into office. Yan po.
yeah, office, so yun yung
Hindi po siya residential na condominium or yung uso dito sa Cebu. Nauso dito sa Cebu kasi yun yung parang hotel na naka parang REITs din ang style. But anyways, to answer the question, it's rental for office spaces.
yeah, so um, yun yung sa IRITs. Basically, ano sila, mga officers
Right.
and mga BPOs natin. So regular income, basically, income of REIT companies are exempt from 30% corporate tax. Meaning nun, lahat na, basically, majority of the the profit, pupunta tayo sa mga investors.
Yes. Wala nang tax
Affordable and
yan.
secure.
Hindi na
Yeah.
taxable
Easy
ang
to buy and sell with good liquidity, non-volatile. So importante yan with the market, adverse
right.
market that we have right now. And also, ito, exposure to office buildings and 50% of their tenants are BPOs. So yun,
Yes.
maganda yun. Especially right now mga BPOs, physical distancing, meaning nun, BPOs are required larger floor area for the same number of employees. So, nag-expand sila kasi
Mas
kailangan
malaki ang
nilang ano.
kailangan nila na floor na rerentahan ng mga
Yeah,
BPOs. And yeah, I wanna add on that, Kapayaman Arnel. BPOs is the most, right now if you can see, BPO is the most striving, is one of the most striving industry, even even in the pandemic, 'di ba?
yeah, yeah.
They're doing their best to really still continue work from home, etc. And mind you, the last kasi na ano, the last nga na financial crisis 2008, right? Really gave business outsourcing businesses the wings. So nagka financial crisis noon, and the big companies wanted to save more, so they outsourced their processes and to save money. Now we are experiencing another financial crisis because of COVID, and yeah, we're expecting more companies to really to consider outsourcing their processes again. And isa tayo sa mabibiyayaan yan. Hopefully, si India, our biggest competitor, but for sure we will get more of that. So BPO really is a very good industry, that and it's occupying 50%, more than 50% of REITs right now. So
Yeah.
if we talk about the future of REITs, I think after this, it's one of the industries, it's one of the assets that will benefit greatly with this with the hindi naman benefit greatly with the pandemic, but it's gonna strive better after the pandemic.
Correct. Tama yan. And
Mm.
also, think of it, it's an Ayala brand. No question about that. Um, pag Ayala, may premium na agad yan. And I believe na you are also attracted because of this Ayala thing. And one thing pala, before I forget, no pogo of this particular
Yeah, itong properties
properties.
na ito, no pogos, right?
uh, Philippine offshore gaming, yung ano, medyo recently na involved sila
Controversial,
on
yeah,
not
very
paying,
controversial assets.
not paying proper taxes. So ang nangyayari, pinapaalis sa properties, so malaki yung effect niya in terms of
Income,
income
right,
with other property developer.
right.
But with Ayala, very conservative sila in terms of really screening the tenants.
Yeah,
And for this,
they don't allow pogos, right?
so yeah, basically this is a good this is a good position in terms of Ayala Group of having this. Kasi I remember nung kasagsagan ng na-issue yan yung Pogo na yan, bumabagsak yung mga property stocks.
Right, especially those
Um,
may pogo, lamig,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
right,
Yeah, Mega World yung pinaka-exposed
right,
with Pogo. But basically, this is an advantage
right.
for
It's a
e-REITs.
pro
Yeah,
for Arit, right? No
yeah, yeah.
pogo. So, Chard Umali, kilala mo to, Kapayaman Arnel, what is the
So, Chart,
minimum what is the minimum entry level investment in Arit? Greetings to Sir Arnel, my former office mate.
hello, sir. So, I think 5,000, 2,500. Mag-open ka lang na account. I think sa CEO, 2,500 ata you can
Right.
open na. And initial investment that you'll be putting in, yun na yung pambili mo ng IPO.
Yeah, an IPO. I will strongly recommend start around 10k pinakamaliit to 30k.
Correct.
Yeah, start from
Correct.
those amounts, guys. Right, so Joey, Lisa, thank you, you're welcome. Right, so let's continue sa cons naman. Are we done with the pros, Kapayaman
Yes,
Arnel?
yes, yes.
Right, let's go with the cons
So
of
yun,
Arit.
devil's advocate muna ako ngayon ha. Kasi kanina we see the good sides of it. But
Right.
right now we are going to talk on some not good para at least may risk management tayo and may we can decide properly. So yun, cons natin, if rental demands weakens, the REIT company will have lower income due
Right.
to higher vacancy and lower lease rates.
Mm-mm.
Meaning nun, lower dividend.
Tama.
So basically, we have the range of 2 to 4%. So pwedeng bumaba siya
Right.
because basically we are still in the health crisis and economic crisis right
Right.
now. So anything can happen.
Right. So, if ever
So
mababa ang dividends kasi, aside from the dividends maliit na natatanggap nyo, if the yield is low, the demand for it is gonna be low. And if sa stock market kasi, pag mababa ang demand for that asset, bumabagsak rin yung presyo niya. So, bababa rin, not just the dividends, but also the price nung nung REIT. So, magne-negative din kaya.
yeah, tama yan.
Mm.
And basically, right now we're good. Kasi ang interest natin mababa. But take note as well when the interest rate is going up na mga savings account, mga time deposits going to go up. So basically, it can affect the rate investment as well.
Right.
But medyo matagal-tagal pa
So,
yan kasi
parang
na,
bonds
na
bale. Para
parang
similar effects
bonds.
ng bonds,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, correct. And also, rates can go down in an adverse market condition.
Right.
If kasi tradable siya, possible bumaba din yung price niya. So yung 27 ngayon pwedeng maging 26, maging 25.
Right.
Basically pwede siyang bumaba.
Right.
Then another not good that we can see for a REIT, they don't own their land. They can't benefit from land capital appreciation.
Yeah.
However, the risk that the land located are to be sold is very minimal kasi it's owned by Ayala Land, both the lands and majority of REITs. So
Yes.
basically, that's
Even
the
yung
advantage.
even yung bibilhin nila na teleperformance is under Cebu Holdings, which is under Ayala. So kahit
Mm-mm.
hindi mo maano yung lupa, it's still under Ayala. So lesser risk rin naman.
Mm-mm. And also COVID effect on property sector. So
True,
right
true.
now, every time kasi may economic crisis tayo, majority ng mahit is yung property sector natin. Walang demand, walang gustong bumili ng bahay, takot bumili ng property. So overall negative sentiment ng property sector that could last until maybe Q4.
Right.
So ARIT, which is included in this sector, will take a hit on lower demand due to lower income in the short term.
Right.
But 2021, we see that it's gonna be another year for IRITs. Given balik tayo sa normal, we have the vaccine and also dividend yield. Ito, take note of this. Dividend yield could range 2 to 4% or 5%, but still lower than preferred shares. Mga preferred shares natin ngayon yung Phoenix 8% gross. We have San Miguel preferred shares 8% gross. So you can just compare
Yeah.
that as well.
Or
So
MP2.
basically,
Si MP2 si
yeah,
Pag-ibig
yeah.
MP2. It's a bigger option. But anyways, again, we're talking about diversifying into real estate. Kasi pag nagka-problema ang isang sector, at least meron kang real estate. At least you're already exposed into real estate investing. We're talking about
Yes, correct.
diversification here. So don't worry about
And
that.
also for preferred shares naman although may mga mataas na dividend rate, but it's not safe in terms of bumaba yung presyo kasi tradable din siya.
Yeah,
So
tsaka,
tama yung sinabi ni
tama.
Kapayaman na diversification is the key talaga.
Tama, tama. And also, preferred shares is medyo mabigat sa bulsa.
Correct. So
Tama.
medyo mahal siya.
Oo.
Medyo you need higher na capital for that.
Right. Oo.
And basically Iris is good because it's actually more cheaper than preferred shares
Right.
in
Tama.
terms of per share basis.
Okay? So, have you covered all the cons that you have there?
Yep, yep.
All right. So yeah, so we talked about the dividends niya. Is it good enough? 2 to 4% is already good enough. I would say yes for annual. Will it be stable? Mas stable. May questions kasi dito. Will it be stable? Yes, mas stable siya. Parang blue chip naman siya. So it's gonna be stable in its movement. Will it increase in price? Kapayaman Armel, di ba?
Yeah,
Yes,
possible.
definitely.
May price appreciation din siya.
Yes, tama. Appreciation from the property, The dividends, if the dividends are good, it's gonna be in demand. So mas tataas rin ang demand. When demand goes up, prices go up. Will Pogo affect the dividends? Brother Arnel already discussed that to you guys. Wala namang Pogo ang REITs, so that's not a problem. Rental revenue naman, how will the company earn, grow, and be profitable in spite of the virus? Yeah, we basically discussed about that. So far, okay naman ang tenancy, and then again, almost majority of the tenants are into BPO, which is gonna be good in spite of the virus. It's this the information you're hearing from us right now is still speculation. Hindi naman to sure talaga. We don't know what is gonna happen in the future. We are not telling you to buy it or don't buy it. What we're sharing is data for you to digest so that it will help you in your decision. Okay, so let us go to to the comments, and if we have any questions. All right, what's the ayan. So merong Chris De Gia question, how do we need broker to start the investment in REIT? Yes, you need a broker to start the investment in REIT. Just look for a broker, and then they should be offering you the REIT. Or if ever hindi nyo maabutan kasi hanggang Thursday na lang yung REIT na offer, after that, it's gonna be available in the market. If you have a brokerage account already for trading, then you can buy from people who are selling their REIT stocks. Char Dumali, thanks for answering my questions. This is for Arnel, Brother Arnel. You're welcome. Right, so I think we've covered everything na prepare namin sa inyo for REIT. But if you have any further question, don't hesitate to send us a question. Comment it in this video so we can go through it whenever we can. Brother Kapayaman Arnel, nasanay ako sa brother kasi. Kapayaman Arnel, do you wanna share anything else?
So yan, basically mga tips lang on deciding on buying, especially if you're thinking right now. So know the background of the company. So we have covered things about areas, but you can also do your due diligence.
Diligence, right?
And then check nyo din, madami namang available na mga videos, mga reviews, so that you can balance things out. Know the assets of the business. So tingnan natin kung saan napupunta yung pera, saan
Tama.
saan kinukuha yung income ng company, know the financials of the company, which is we have covered na that so far nasa good position ang REITs ngayon because of good management of the Ayala Group.
Right.
And know the dividend yield of the offer kasi ito yung malaking basis of your decision as well, since dividend driven siya na investment.
Right.
And know the growth prospects of the company. Right now, is it going to survive and thrive during this pandemic? And lastly, diversify. Yun yung
Right.
pinaka-importante. Do not
Yes.
put all of your eggs in one basket.
This
Kasi
is a very,
so that
very
you can,
beautiful what do you call this, asset to diversify into. Sa mga nahihirapan
yeah.
mag-diversify into real estate, this is our biggest chance. That's why we're very excited about this asset class, yung REIT. Right, so if you have any questions, if you learned, if you find this video very fruitful and may natutunan kayo, please don't forget to like our page, Stocks Ed, and we have
May
our
question dito,
Uy,
Kapayaman.
sige. Let's
Basahin
cover
ko
that
lang,
first.
run-through ko lang to. Kay Jerome. Sabi ni Jerome, kailan, ata na follower ata to sa page natin or has attended our webinar before. Kailan daw maging available yung e-learning course natin?
Yes.
Sagutin na ba natin to?
Yeah, let's just plug that in. If you'll be following Stocks Ed, we will have available learning courses for the starters. May mga free dyan, and then there are paid courses that where if you wanna go in depth talaga, there will be available paid courses for you. But definitely, most of the basic things that you will learn is gonna be for free. We will be releasing more info about our paid courses in the future. Just follow our page. It's gonna be we poured our hearts out into making the courses. It looks very professional.
And we actually
performance.
prepared around 6 months for that
Yeah,
to
6
to
months po namin
produce
ginawa yung training
to
courses po
produce
namin.
the courses.
Yes. So definitely we're excited to release it, but we'll share it with you soon, right?
And
So
also guys, plug in ko na lang din. We're gonna be active in August kasi we're going to have a regular webinars just like we did, especially if you have followed us before. We are going to do this weekend. So magkakasama tayo. So we are going to talk more about the e-learning courses
tama.
and we are going to talk about topics that you would want. So kung may topic kayo na gusto, message nyo lang kami so that we can take a look on it pwede nating pag-usapan.
Hindi lang gusto nyo. If ever there is a topic that we need, we know everyone needs to know about, we can always share what we know and share it to everyone.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Right.
So, may question pa dito. Actually, ano na to? Actually, na-answer natin to.
All
May
right.
next webinar ba tayo?
Sige, sige. Meron definitely. So please follow Stocks Ed page. We'll keep you updated on our future movements, mga webinars natin. Definitely, we will have more in the future. We hope that you find this video informative, and please don't forget to subscribe, like our page, and share this video to your friends and relatives para naman makasama natin sila in our investment journey and towards financial freedom. Kapayaman, Arnel, any parting
Tama.
words?
So, yun. Yeah, just don't forget to like our page Stocks Ed so that you're gonna be updated. And yun guys, basically we have this blessing. Uh, we have our new investment even during this pandemic.
Tama.
It means that especially palagi kong sinasabi sa mga webinars, seminars that there is always hope. Huwag mawala ng pag-asa.
Yeah,
And if you want to talk about it as well, ma-motivate ka, you can talk to us and we are gonna be happy to personally talk to you as well. So
definitely.
basically, yun, I'm so thankful with my team, Stocks Ed, Kapayaman Lloyd, and also to our viewers for really taking time on setting aside their time to watch
All right.
our video tonight.
Thank you po for your participation. We'll see you again next time. Send us a message if you want to talk about something, if you have any questions, so that we can create more videos for you. That's it for this evening, and thank you everyone. Enjoy the evening. Bye po.
Good night
Good night
everyone. Good night,
everyone.
Kapayaman.
Night kapayaman.